Godspeed, John Glenn.
What's up, world? Welcome to the Museum TV. You're rocking with your host, Guru Sanaal here, providing you with the ill vibe as always. Got to thank you guys, as always, for keeping up with us. Make sure you continue to do that on all our social media at the Museum TV. And also check out tmtv.world, where you can find all our latest news, and our directory, where you can also find all our videographers and photographers to get your next idea going. Now, as you guys know, in the city of Boston, there's multiple platforms and outlets out here that better help cater to the culture. Today, we decided to bring in CTTC Radio, which is an extended member of our family here. What's going on, guys?
Hey guys.
Thank you for having me.
That was a beautiful introduction.
Thank you.
It was very nice. Yeah, it was very nice. Well put together. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for having us last time at y'all's place.
problem.
We had to, reciprocate that love real
Yes.
quick.
In this spot. How'd you like it?
We like it. It's warm.
You came to the last
Yeah,
spot.
I was
That
with
one
Mona
spot
at the last time. Yep.
So what
And
spot do you like better?
I like the new one. It's more like homey, more intimate. I mean, regardless, I feel welcomed anytime I'm with you guys. So
Thank you.
it doesn't really
Thank
matter.
you.
But
Yeah.
So how you guys feeling today?
We're good. We're glad to be here. Happy to be here finally. Be in the infamous museum room. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, you know how you feel like when your favorite pair of sneakers comes out and you didn't think you were gonna get them, but you're at the register paying, super happy. That's how I feel.
That's how you feel?
We feel like
On the inside?
That's how I feel on the inside. Like I got keys in my backpack right now.
We made it.
Word. I meant to have you guys introduce yourselves.
Oh yeah, I know. We just got right into
Right.
it. For everybody, I'm Jazz, host on CTTC Radio.
And I'm the Honorable Shimmy on all forms of social media, including ChristianMingle.com.
Okay, cool. Smooth. So let's get into it. Like, give us a little history. How did CTTC get started? What was its inception? Like, I want you to go way back, like when it was just an idea in your head and there wasn't really anything written on paper, engraved in stone.
All right, so I can't necessarily take credit for where we are currently because 5 years ago, I think it was. It's 2017 right now.
Yes.
So about 5 years ago, give or take, I started a radio show with a few other dudes at the same spot over at Red Channel. At the time, it was Red Channel 23. Now it's currently radidio.xyz, but I started a show with them, and it was sort of the same like layout. You know what I mean? We played local artists, especially because one of the dudes that was participating, he was an artist as well.
Word.
And one of the main reasons why we started it is because like we wanted to push him. Like I was one of those dudes. This was like when Twitter first got big, but I was one of those dudes on Twitter that I'm just taking
a while ago then.
I'm taking a link and I'm just adding like 50 people and I'm just sending it. I'm one of those aggravating people that y'all probably get. Now I was one of them. Like
tags everyone and everything.
Yeah. So we're like, yo, we can start like our own radio show. So we're like, boom. So we're gonna start it, and we was doing it for a few months or whatever, and
Word.
for whatever reason, for multiple reasons, just things didn't work out.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right.
So you
I'm
have to take a little step back.
I'm sitting around. At this time, I'm still around with Mad Meeks. He's one of the dudes that started it. So we're just sitting around. And another artist who we had brought on the first show was called Flyville Radio. We brought him on, and he started his own show, and he needed help. So he's like, yo, I want to bring y'all two on or whatever because like the vibes was cool or whatever, and I like what y'all was doing. I'm trying to do something similar, so like we should just rock together. Boom. So that's how Nighthawk started.
Okay,
And
cool.
with Nighthawk, we covered a little bit more ground than we did with Flyville. Nighthawk was slightly more organized, you know what I mean? We were venturing out into the community. We were trying to meet more people. We already had a basis as far as being on Flyville, so we started meeting artists. So then we're rocking on Nighthawk for a little bit. We're rocking, and it's just like there was too many chiefs, like there was not enough Indians. There was just too many people wanted to be the top shouter like boss man. And me personally, like, I don't really care about being the top, but it's like somebody has got to be the person that if anything fails, they need to be the first person to recognize it, and then they need to go back to the group and figure out how we're going to fix it.
Take the bull by the horns. Yep.
If there's too many people that are trying to do that, once it's time to actually lay out the problem and figure out what you want to do, there's going to be no solutions. It's just going to be a bunch of pointing fingers at that point. So for whatever reason, Nighthawk, it just was just done. But there was some like financial reasons, some things that came up that was out of my hands or whatever, so that was done. At this point, we're like, we have a lot of music still, and people are still sending us music. So we're like, we're gonna try this one more time. Like, third time's a charm. We're gonna try this we're gonna try this one more time.
I feel like a lot of radio stations start off like that though, where like you guys have to kind of
move
BS. With the pace of time almost. Yeah. Like,
luckily for us,
so much behind the scenes.
So much. Luckily for us, we got an opportunity to stay at the same place. The dude that ran the station, he was very understanding, you know what I mean? So we came back, me and Mad Meeks, we came back, we're like, yo, we're trying to do this one more time. We wanna do another show. We're like, yo, what's the name gonna be? I'm like, yo, I'm just thinking. And I don't know what came up to my head, but I'm like, yo, contribute to the culture. That's something I was rocking with for a while. I'm like, yo, let's do that. But then they're like, yo, that's kind of long. That's a long-ass name. So we're like, So we're like, why don't we just take the first letter of each word and just add a radio behind it? And that was about 3 years ago. And then we got to a point where we're like, all right, it's just me and you. We got D Films, you know what I mean, who comes around and talks sometimes. Most of the time, he's behind the camera. But we're like, yo, we need to add something else. Like, So I'm like, yo, I'm listening to
female influence.
Yeah, I'm listening to The Breakfast Club, and I'm listening to Jammin'. I'm listening every radio station that you can think of. The main show, the most popular one, has at least one female. So I'm like, all right. So boom. So I remember I put up this joint. I was like, yo, we're looking for a female personality. And yo, like, I was surprised I got as many responses as I did. But like, I could tell a few, they just wanted like attention. They just like, they weren't really serious. But then it was Jasmine and somebody else that hit me up. And I looked into both of their background. At the time, Jasmine was still in school at Northeastern. We had the same degree, communications.
And I was doing radio.
She was already doing radio at school.
For about 2 years prior to.
So I was like, boom, we're going to add her on, because at the end of the day, people are going to want to look at her more than they're going to want to look at us. Like, that's just me being real, you know what I mean? So we added her on. She's been on probably
Is it like almost 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
I would say 2 years this August.
And
yeah.
We've been
it was a wrap since then.
No, rest is history.
Word. So now that you guys have a new home, how do you guys get other people acquainted with that, and how can people send music to you guys?
All right, so first things first, you can find us now on worldpowerradio.com every Wednesday from 7 to 9 o'clock p.m. worldpowerradio.com. And you can also live stream us. You can also call in as well. What's the call-in number?
Oh, I believe the call-in number is 617-313-6803.
Word.
I'm almost 100% positive.
Yes, so we have questions of the week, so we're taking answers from that. So if you want to call in, you can also send us 3 things. We all need these 3 things in order for us to even consider you for being on the show. We need your social media information, we need your biography, and we need your music, whether it's clean or explicit, in MP3 format, por favor. That's very important. And then if you are not an artist, if you're a designer or promoter, send some of your work over, send a portfolio over, just so we can get more familiar with you. But yeah, so that's where we're at now. It's a dope spot. I think each time, like Shimmy said, it's been kind of building on what we've had before. And so now that we can take callers and people can live stream us, I feel like it just gives people another avenue to get more familiar with us.
Cool.
So it's really exciting. So yeah, every Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m., worldpowerradio.com, and there's also an app as well too that you can download and you can listen to the show on there. So, and you guys got to come to the space. I think it
For sure.
has a more studio feel, you know what I'm saying? I think it makes us feel more official. So I think each move we make,
It's a milestone for you guys.
yes, very much so. I agree. So we're just trying to like build on, you know, what we had before. So
Cool.
Yeah.
So what do you guys hope people get out of CTTC Radio?
Ooh, the one thing that I hope is like once they leave the station, that they continue on whatever path they were trying to get on once they came like to us, because not everybody makes it to the station. We're not the end all be all. However, like we don't just bring anybody up into the station. So once you come to us, we hope that we make you feel good enough about yourself where you'll hit the ground running as soon as you leave. You know what I mean?
get some more followers, some new listeners. You
Yeah.
know, you find a new presence and maybe our
It's a
audience
win-win.
as well. Yeah, exactly. For everybody, we get to know you, and we're giving you an opportunity to put your music up, and you're also coming on our show and giving us the opportunity. So it's a mutual exchange on both sides.
That's what's up. All right. Now, I know you guys were talking about a little bit earlier that you have an event coming up on Thursday. But aside from that, is there anything coming up for you guys that you guys would like to, you know, lay down right here on the show and let everyone know?
Listen, we operate and move so spontaneously that I'm just going to tell you to follow us on all forms of social media.
I was just about to ask you that. Where can people find you?
Ooh, all right. So this is tricky because we just had, once we moved over to World Power Radio, we kind of had to rebrand just a little bit. So on Instagram, we're the CTTC Radio Show. So I'll spell it out real quick. That's THECTTC Radio Show. And then on Twitter, it's just CTTC Radio Show.
Cool.
Without the. The email's still the same, so it's cttcradio@gmail.com. And YouTube's still the same, SoundCloud's still the same, CTTC Radio. Mixcloud's still the same if you want to go back and listen to old shows. But we put everything up.
Everything's pretty much accessible.
And then she can tell you more about the show that we're, or the event that we're partaking in on a Thursday.
Cool, let's get into it.
Yeah, but just in like quick in addition to what he said, like we do a lot of events. Good Life is kind of our home spot, so just
Good
be
Life's
on
a
the
good spot.
Yeah, Good Life's a dope spot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 2 levels. Sometimes we have the upstairs, sometimes we have the downstairs, but we always have good vibes, good themes. So you know, just stay on the lookout for our on our Instagram page to find more updates. But this Thursday, I, alongside with Miss Hassas, is hosting the Good Music Showcase. It starts at 9 p.m. at Maggie's Lounge in Quincy. It's $10 all night. No dress code. The pizza is bomb. The pizza's
Sounds
bomb.
like a good deal.
Yeah, the pizza's good, girl. And they have so many different options. But also just come check out the artists. We have a dope lineup. I think we probably have at least 10 artists on this roster.
12.
Yeah, 10 to 12 artists this month that's on the roster. So come out, check it out. It's going to be good vibes. Come have a drink with me. Come have a drink with us. And Shim will be there doing the camera and the visuals. So yeah, come out on Thursday.
Cool.
And eating the pizza and drinking some Henny probably.
Yeah, most likely.
It was really good catching up with you guys, as always. So, you know, make sure, you know, you're giving out your social media as well.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So you can follow me on Instagram at Simply Jazz. That's SimplyJazz, just 3 Z's. And then you can follow me on Twitter at All That Jazz, ALLTHT Jazz with 4 Z's.
I'm super simple. It's just Ishimicombe07 on all forms of social media.
Cool.
Except Facebook, because I think somebody hacked my Facebook last Sunday.
No.
So
Better
Facebook's
take
gone.
care of that.
Sending out spam to people.
I don't know, man. I don't know. If you
All
got
right,
spam, it's
guys.
not for me.
You heard it here first on TMTV. Make sure you're following us on all social media. Make sure you comment on our YouTube. Let us know what you guys think. And also check out tmtv.world. Thank you guys for coming in today. Until next time.
I said splash, bitch, I need the money, girl, they call me Mizzie Cash. I used to be a savage, let me tell you about my past. And I don't like the strip, but I do it for the cash. I'm only 17, but I grew up kinda fast. Diving in the ocean, baby girl, just let me splash. I don't like the strip, but I do it for the cash. Say I'm only 17, but I grew up kinda fast. Say I'm diving in the ocean, baby girl, just let me splash. I might be speed it up, baby, you might just be a victim.